Alright, today I'm going to be making a quick video, hopefully, on what I believe to be the best way to farm tier 15 Waystones, since I know that's what a lot of people are struggling with right now, sustaining them, and how I'm getting a minimum of 2 per map, with probably an average of 4 per map, and I once even got a peak of 8. Just a warning though, you will need a very strong build to do this because it is revolved around killing difficulty 4 tier 15 equivalent bosses. Now, I said tier 15 equivalent for a reason, and that brings me to something incredibly important that everybody should know before I get into the strategy. Areas higher than monster level 79, aka tier 15 equivalent maps, completely gimp the amount of waystones you're dropping. I don't know if this is a bug, I don't know if it's intentional, I also don't know if this is only a problem with boss drops or if it's universal with every mechanic and just regular mobs. But if you run a monster level 80, 81, whatever area by running a tier 15 map plus this notable for example, this strat will not work and you will likely average less than 1 tier 15 waystone a map. So again, monster area level 79 only. Now, obviously this seems like a pretty massive downside. The workaround is unspecking out of this node and running your tier 15s without it. However, there's another workaround that we can actually use to our benefit. This strategy essentially uses this node, Organized Forces, to add one monster level to our maps, and then you can run tier 14 Waystones, making it so you're essentially at tier 15 maps while investing none of our own. You can take this one further and use tier 13 Waystones if you manage to get corruption on a boss node. Combined with this, that will bring you to area level 79. So, to sum it up, we run tier 14 out and Vald maps with the +1 monster level from this node right here to simulate a tier 15 map. We then run this atlas tree, which is focused on number 1, juicing our rare and unique mobs with this node, and number 2, and most importantly, getting percent increased effect of modifiers on your waystones. We need all of these. I didn't take these two, but realistically it might be worth dropping these two nodes and getting these, but we take these, we take these, we take this, and we take this. When this procs for the suffix side, it will increase your waystone drop chance, and that is what we are after. We want to scale as much waystone drop chance on your waystones as you can possibly get. And when you get a pretty juicy map, for example this one's tier 15, but imagine it's tier 14. Combined with this tree and the suffix proc here, you can get anywhere from 400 to 700% waystone drop chance in your maps. I'd estimate that for every 150% waystone drop chance, you're going to be dropping 1 waystone from the boss. So from this map right here, if I was to run it with this node unallocated, making it area level 79, I'd estimate after all of this atlas tree being applied that I'd drop 3 tier 15 waystones from the map boss alone. And you know what, I'll test that later on in the video, just so you know I'm not, full of it. Me myself, I have ran around 50 of these. I ran 20 area level 80 and above, and I got like 11 tier 15s in total from those 20 maps. But from the 50 area level 79s I ran, I ended up getting, I think it was like 190 tier 15 waystones back. It was absurd. I'd imagine it's guaranteed 2 tier 15 waystones per map boss as long as you're going in with at least 100% waystone drop chance on your waystone here. I have never gotten below 2, but again 50 isn't a massive sample size, but it's enough for me to gauge that this strategy is pretty insane. Okay, and let me just do a quick example boss in real time. At monster level 79, we have the tier 14 map and the +1 level from this. And it's got wrong one. 245% waystone drop chance. When we put this in, all of the modifiers are going to apply. And if we get lucky, it can maybe go up to like 500. Realistically, it will sit around 400, maybe more, maybe less, we'll see. And I'll guess how many tier 15s I'm going to drop from the boss because it is basically guaranteed. Okay, I'm dropping 3 from this map, maybe 4, probably 3, 450% is pretty much guaranteed free, and I'll just quickly cut to the boss so you can see that, I'm not full of it. And free. Boom. Free. It's guaranteed, I'm telling you. When you run monster level 79 with all of this setup, you're guaranteed at least 2. You're gonna get 3, you're gonna get 4 sometimes if you get twin bosses, 5, 6, 7. On the way running here, I didn't kill any of these mobs. I dropped another one, so that's already 4 from this map. There's 79% increased number of their monsters. There's essence mobs. If I go and full clear this map, which obviously you always do in this game, I'm gonna get another 2 or 3, which would have probably bring me up to like 7, 8 tier 15s in this one map. It is insane. But that's pretty much the video. If this helped, maybe consider subscribing. I mainly do PoE 1 videos. I'm gonna sparsely do PoE 2 videos, and then once I feel like I understand the game more, I'm probably going to upload it just as much as I do when I'm playing the new PoE 1 league. But that probably won't be until the next big patch. But if I do find something that I think is worth sharing like this, I will post a video on it, so consider subscribing. And to end the video, I guess I'll just go real quickly over my build, just in case anybody's wondering what I'm running. It's just a classic Titan Ignite. I don't even have my 4th Ascendancy. I died to the slow down thing because I don't have movement speed on my boots, and I got mad, and I refused to do it again. This character is getting retired with 3 ascendancy. But this is my tree. For the duels, I do attack speed and increased magnitude of ailments, attack speed to make my stampede go faster, which is my clear skill. Avatar fire, obviously we're doing ignite. I have lightning res here just because to cap the reses. You've seen this tree a million times. For the gear, Cloak of Flame. Cloak of Flame is cheap. You can corrupt it and get free sockets and then use that for chaos res. I use Cloak of Flame because in the bossing, the majority of bosses have what do you call it, big fizz hits, and the issue with this build is it's practically immortal to small hits, but sometimes it does get one shot. So any way to offset that one shot is going to obviously be pretty valuable. So I did Cloak of Flame to take 40% of physical as fire. A lot of people run Surrender. Instead, I run Defiance of Destiny. I do think the Surrender setup's probably better, mainly because you get the Zoth's Blood. But once you scale life, I think Defiance of Destiny will be better overall. And I don't think this build really starves for damage. I was dealing like 7 million damage per Hammer of the God rotation. Sometimes that wasn't enough with the +4 to level of bosses, but there's so many ways that I can increase my damage that I actually probably would just stay with Divines of Destiny even if I had a Zoth's Blood and Surrender setup. Just real quickly, the links. The DPS, it is 41k to 82k. I can't remember what the 6th link will be. I'm going to retire this character after this video, mainly because there's so much I want to do in this game, and I feel like I've spent too long on this guy. But that's pretty much the build. If you want to see like a more in-depth guide on it, I think Connor Converse, 1 mana left, he's done this exact same build, but he's got the Surrender and Zoth's Blood setup. I saw Al Kaiser show up in my feed, so he's probably running it too. I don't know what setup he's doing. But yeah, that's the video. Again, if you enjoyed, consider subscribing, and goodbye.